Quick little update after a very lengthy live stream, which might in part get exported to YouTube later on this week or whatever. Maybe not. But um, in the last clip that should be offline by now that announced the live stream, I rambled about this nice little block, which is a rainbow generator. A rainbow generator is part of one of the quests in Sky Factory 3, which is the pack that I am doing. The quest does not stop at place one of these in the world, but also have it running. Now, what is it to begin with? It is a rainbow generator. Not from that it produces rainbows or produces energy from rainbows, but because it has all the colors of the rainbow or whatever bullshit. Anyway, it is made with the top half and the bottom half, and the bottom half are 8 different generators from Extra Utils 2. You guessed it, the top half is the other 8 generators. Before the live stream, I already had a magmatic generator, I had a furnace generator, I had the culinary generator, um, and the survival generator, and the pink generator even. Currently we also have the heated redstone, the overclocked, the slimy one, but mainly the potion generator. Now, as said before, all of the generators need to be made once for actually making the rainbow generator, but they need to be active to have the rainbow generator actually run. So besides that, we're still a few short. We have the survival generator, furnace generator, pink generator, magmatic generator, and so on. The potion generator, for example, runs on potions. You guessed it. Now, I don't want to have this just running. I kind of want to over-engineer the hell out of it. That's not going to be simple for something like potion generators, but if we take a look at the furnace generator, for example, I have 20 speed upgrades in it. Normally it would take, say 20 seconds for a piece of coal. Not with 20 speed upgrades. That is something we won't be able to do on the ping generator, unfortunately. Well, we could do it, but then we would need either this much dirt per second or the double of that. And we may have a lot of dirt coming in, but not that much. So this is slowly gonna, pretty fast going to drain. Despite the however many thousand of dirt we have on stock somewhere. It's down there somewhere. Doesn't matter. So yeah, we're not gonna have 20 speed upgrades in that just yet. But potion generators, we've in the live stream not just set up a potion generator, we've set up a potion generator capable of running on a speed upgrade. Woohoo! We're burning through Splash Potion of Slowness, which is, of course, as you know, well, made in different ways, I guess. The way we are doing it is uh, with the fermented spider rice on top, I guess. Some gunpowder, some redstone, some sugar, and of course some netherwort. So that's what we did here. But well, you guessed it, to actually get all that good stuff, mainly the netherwort, we had to set up some other things. Now the redstone and the gunpowder and such are not the tricky part. Unfortunately, in this pack, netherwort is netherwort. How about I use typing word? Netherwort is not all that cozy to get by. We could go through the whole chicken stuff and get it that way. I didn't want to do chickens just yet, so we're not going to do chickens. We conceive soul sand, but that gives a whole bunch of stuff to just void, and I didn't want to go void everything. So we're not going to do this. And this needs mushrooms, which we'll mention in a bit. So this is not really the option. Long story short, loot bags, yeah, not gonna happen. And sieving leaves us only with mana infusion of blaze rods, which we're getting from the blaze essences here. So to do that, of course, we need an chemical thingy-mabob under a mana pool and some Botania doodads to get all the mana in that mana pool. We've set it up with the cakes and all that nice stuff. So this whole mess of redstone, sorry for the shaky cam, this whole mess of redstone, basically we're having uh, we're having an experiment here to grow mushrooms. Turns out that's a tricky thing. We'll get to that in a second. Um, so on the output of the Cacamiras, we measure that the Cacamiras is actually doing something. If the Cacamiras is actually doing something, aka if the mana spreader is pushing out the mana from the Cacamiras into the mana pool, it runs through the mana detector that gives us a nice little signal, which we're turning into an actual pulse with this pulse extender doohickey, which most of you should know. It's just that redstone dust into comparator trick thingamabob. So point being, while it's running, we're not giving any additional food to the Cacamiras. Alternatively, if the mana pool is full enough, we're not giving additional food to any of this. And if there's a need for food in the Cacamiras, like there is now, then in theory, this little doohickey should automatically place down a cake, which, strangely enough, it is not doing right now. So we'll take a quick peek at why that might not be the case. We have sugar, we have wheat, we have milk, we have no eggs. Done, I guess. We have no eggs. What happened to the egg crafting then? I wonder. I think I accidentally killed that somewhere. Oh! I see what happened. Oh. Okay, well that's a minor little detail. Okay. Minor enough that it needs a solution, or not minor enough that it needs a solution. But I at least know what to do. Point being, if that's actually running, we're golden, we're getting mana automatically. If we have enough mana, that's the other part of this redstone thing. If we have enough mana and we have enough blaze rods, then we're automatically dumping blaze rods into the pool and sucking them up again. So that's how we're getting nether wart. Long story short, meanwhile, so that's how we're getting nether wart, and that is, well, the core ingredient to any potion, as everybody should be pretty familiar with, I reckon. At least anybody watching this video. So, we're making a pretty steep potion in 5 steps, which gives us a nice 16 seconds to play with in the potion generator. Enough that we are actually making 3 of them in enough time to also throw in a speed upgrade, dropping it down to a whole 8 seconds. Yeah, so pocket potions turning into potions of swiftness, into the splash potions of swiftness of 3 minutes, into the splash potion of swiftness of 8 minutes, then into the splash potions of slowness. And then they're getting burned. So that was the big part of what we set up today. Interestingly enough, turns out you can just stick a freaking wireless RF heating coil into an overclocked generator and it just works surprisingly well. Surprisingly well enough that it even holds a few upgrades. What do you know? Culinary generator we already had. Redstone is not a problem, it's just the lava. We already had, which I barely extended, and tossing in a few bits of redstone which we've been stocking up on. Although we had a lot more as this. Interestingly. So I think I'm gonna need to keep an eye on that, maybe. Anyway, long story short, a whole bunch of stuff set up today. But more to set up soon, because this little chap will also need an undeath generator and halitosis generator, which is basically the dragon breath bottles which will be fun. Endables should be easy, Frosty should be easy, Nether Stars, I have a Nether Star setup doohickey, but I think I'll make a new one for this, just so it's all on this island. Well, apart from the thingy in the other dimension that I haven't mentioned yet, that we probably end up using for the halitosis generator, but that's beside the point. And then we only need an explosive generator, and this should start to kick off. Woohoo! Our furnace generator stopped working for whatever reason. Interesting. Oh, the whatever reason being it's out of coal. Huh. Kill. Oh, because I stuck 20 speed upgrades in it, but it only I didn't. We're not up to that yet. We can stick in a few. I forgot the exact number, but anyway, let's stick in 4 for now, or something. Sure. That means we can have 16. I think I had 10 in that. 10, maybe. Maybe not. Who knows? Long story short, I've spent a few hours setting up stuff and it's not done yet. The thing that I titled the video is done though, so yay. Yay me. Enough rambling. Yay potion generator. Thanks for watching. See you soon.